everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're going to take a look at Tom Ford lipsticks to be exact. I haven't counted how many I have in front of me. Hopefully it'll pop up here. I will count them after I get done with the video. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be all done in one sitting, so you may see different outfits. I'll record the beginning and the end with the same outfit on and maybe do this over the course of a couple days. I have a lot of Tom Ford. I have a lot of Tom Ford and all different formulas. So what I've done is I've broken it up by what I think are the same formulas. And although the packaging might be slightly different because there's special packaging for like different ones, the formula should be the same. Fingers crossed. I'm also going to talk about the newest Tom Ford fragrances, the Electric Cherry and Cherry Smoke. I've been using them for quite some time now. I have hopefully put something up over on Instagram, which was sort of a shortened version, what I think of them. But I'll have that at the end of the video. So if you want to end on the lipsticks and you're not interested in the fragrances, you don't have to hear about that. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So first we're going to take a look at what I'm going to refer to as the balms. Tom Ford has a number of different balms, B-A-L-M. And there are different kinds. There are balms, there are lip blushes, and we're going to put them in, sort of a similar category, but I'll explain the differences between each formula. Okay, so first, let's look at the ones that are called lip balms. I have two. I have one in the white and silver package, Sunlit Balm, and Sunlit Rose Lip Balm. This, I have a little cheat sheet here, $58. It does still exist as far as I can tell on the Tom Ford website. So it looks slightly iridescent, it's pink. It's a lip balm. I will show it to you on my lips. We're gonna go through each one of these on my lips because I promised I'd do it. I don't know what I was thinking. So let's see what happens. Basically, it is a pinkish lip balm. It is like most other lip balms that you've used. I assume you guys have used a lip balm. And it has a little bit of pigment, but not a lot, just a tiny bit. And, it's very pretty. It's like a nice, comfortable lip balm, but there's not much there. There's not much distinguishing it between this and, frankly, any other lip balm, and it's $58. I love an expensive lip balm. I don't know why, but I do. I love an expensive lip balm. But I'll tell you right now, you get this look with practically any light pink lip balm that's on the market. Okay, next balm. This is, I need like a magnifying glass for these. This is Lip Balm 02 Après Soleil. I have it in the small little size. It has a rounded top. This has more of like a peachy kind of balm to it. I'm going to put them on the back of my hand. Yeah, definitely more of a peach. I think it came out in the Soleil collection from 2 years ago. I don't really remember. But I have, it's the tiny little size, and it's the white and gold instead of the white and silver. So here is the Rose Lip Balm, and here's the Après Soleil Lip Balm. You can definitely see the difference. On the lips, I don't think it's drastic, but it's slight. You can see it. Again, both really comfortable lip balms. Definitely like them, but it's not gonna change your life in regards of like lip balms. It's a lip balm, and it's an expensive lip balm. So let's just be honest about it. Again, if you're willing to pay that for a lip balm, I generally am, because I don't know why, but then fine. But just be aware of what they are. Okay, so then we have lip blushes. I have one in the all gold packaging, and then I have one in all the silver packaging. They have the same name, but one in gold packaging and one in silver packaging. Let's see what the difference is. Gold packaging. The difference between the lip blushes, which was what these are, and the lip balms, these have these like gold flecks. I think the silver one has the silver flecks. And these basically make your lips turn a color depending on your like chemistry. These are not my favorite. I like the lip balms a lot more than the lip blushes. There's the gold one. As you can see, it turns my lips a bright pink. All right, let's try the silver. Yep, same color pink. So if you can get these, and again, I don't know if these still exist. I think they're still available in some places. If you can get these lip blushes, gold and silver, $58. $58 to turn my lips sort of a magenta pink shade. Not my favorite. Just, I mean, for me. They're comfortable though. Like they make your lips feel hydrated. They feel comfortable, but I don't love the shade. All right, now we have Balm Frost. Now the Balm Frost is in the all gold packaging, and this one looks like frosty, almost like it has sparkle all over it. It does not continue in the bullet. If you look, it's just normal balm. This one, it does turn my lips pink, but you get more of like a sparkly pink. So it's like the lip blushes in the sense that it's, you know, working with your skin's chemistry, your lips chemistry, but it's not, it doesn't turn it bright pink, and it has a little bit of frostiness to it, which I actually like. So this one I only have one of, and this is, I'm not sure if I can say this in my video because there's new like rules about swearing on YouTube, and I forget what is. Anyway, this is the bad A asterisk shade. I'm not sure if I can say the word. I know it sounds weird, but I don't think I can. Anyway, and this looks like the Spark lipsticks, which I do have a couple of those. We're going to go into those in a minute, but this one is not called that. This is the bad, you know, one. And it's in shade Blush New. And this one does have a shade. It's not a balm. And it's kind of like a matte formula. So put this one on the lips. Totally same shade as my skin tone. So if I wanted a really nude sort of matte lipstick, wear this with liner would probably work. By itself, it totally washes me out. I will say that the packaging is very cool because it's the ombre packaging. So now we're going to take a look at the Spark lipsticks, which are the silver packaging, which I know looks very much like the lip blush, but they're not. These are the Sparks. All right, let's see what shades we have in the Spark lipsticks. We have 13, which is Commando. We have 19, Synthesia, and 4, Firestar. They look like the Balm Frost on the outside because they have that like sparkly look to them. And this is what they look like on the hand. They have a metallic spark-like look. I'm going to start with the lightest shade because it just makes sense for me as I'm, you know, putting new shades on my lips. So again, the shade is Commando. That's Commando. It's actually a really pretty shade. It would look great with lip liner. Synthesia. Actually, I don't think that's the name. The name is Synthetica. That's close. Definitely metallic lipstick. I wonder if the Isamaya lipsticks, the new ones, are like this. Because this has a very metallic look to it. I should really wear these more often. This is the other reason I'm on my low buy, guys. Like, I have not used these lipsticks probably in definitely months. So that's a pretty lipstick. I should wear it. But, you know, forgot I had it. All right, next one is Firestar, I think. That is definitely the most metallic and noticeable shade. It's a fun shade. I mean, it's bright orange, but it's a fun shade. Those are the 3 Spark lipsticks. And again, I didn't see those online, so I don't think they exist anymore, but you might be able to get them on secondary markets. those are the lip balms, the lip blush, the extreme, and the spark. So I thought next we could go, I have a whole bunch of what you would consider regular lipsticks, satin lipsticks. I have satin matte lipsticks. I have matte lipsticks, believe it or not. And I have ultra shine lipsticks. I have them in 4 shades. I'll show them in the back of my hand and then I'll tell you the shades. First one is Nubile. The second one is, the reason it's so hard is it's gold lettering on white. It's really like hard to see. I don't know why they did it this way. Nudiste. And then the next 2, I don't have the names on the bottom of the lipstick. I will find out what they are and tell you, but it's so funny they're not on the bottom of the lipstick, which is bizarre. But I know how I can figure out what they are, so don't worry. I will have them below by the time the lipsticks go up, the video goes up. So this is Nubile, this is Nudiste, and these are the 2 that I have to figure out, but I'll figure it out for you guys and make sure that it's up. And so again, these are the Ultra Shine lipsticks. All right, let's start with the bright orange one that I don't know the name of. It is almost like fluorescent orange. We'll go with this pink shade, which looks really pretty. I wish I knew the name of it now. Yeah, it's a really nice shade. I don't really know the name of it, but I'll find it out. I'm looking at my cheat sheet to see if I saw these up on the website. Or maybe they were limited edition ones, and so they come out from time to time. Also possible because they are in the white and gold packaging. So they could be part of various collections. Because you'll see in a minute when I start getting into these other lipsticks, there's lots of different packaging. Let's do Nubile. Nubile is a really nice, like, neutral pink on the lips. These are very shiny and very comfortable, very hydrating. And then last but not least is Nudiste. Great rosewood shade. Has a little bit of almost like a purple undertone to it. Really nice though. I really like this shade. If my lips didn't look so like raw at this point, I think it would be like much nicer, but I think it's a really pretty purpley pinky brown, like a cool brown. All right, I'm gonna go wash my face, then we're gonna get into, let's do the satin mattes, and then the regulars. Okay, we're back. Changed my hair up a little bit because it was bugging me while I was trying to put lipsticks on. So, okay, let's go to the next category, which is satin mattes. Now, the satin mattes are in these long packaging. They are different than the high shine ones because the high shine ones have white and gold, and these have different shades, but have black accents. And then the regular packaging has the gold accents, but these are all satin mattes. So again, this is part of the normal collection, I guess the permanent collection with Tom Ford, the way he does it, with the brown and the gold. Then you have the one that's with the pink and the black, and then you have 2 that are white with the black. Now the pink with the black obviously goes with the rose prick, I think I could say rose prick collection, hopefully. Okay, so they have different packaging, but they're the same formula, or at least I think they are. We're about to find out. All right, so let's see. We have different shades here. Let me see if they follow a numerical order. They do. La Nudite and Marocaine. Again, these are satin mattes. That's 02 and 24. Then the next is 26, which is To Die For. The next is Rose d'Amalfi, which is 53. And the last is Rose de Chine, which is 54. And I believe these came out with the trio of fragrances that came out. All right, so let's go in numerical order. So the La Nudite, which is 02. This is a warm beige. It does not look great on me because it washes me out, but if you're looking for a nude warm beige. This is it. And yes, it's a satin matte, but I have to say this actually feels pretty creamy on the lips. All right, then let's go to the Marrow Cane, number 24. A much deeper shade. Very pretty though. It's like a warmer rosewood. These are satin mattes, but like I said, they feel pretty comfortable. Not only does this video take forever to like create, but it's gonna take forever to edit because I have to take out all the parts in between the putting on lipsticks. Okay, 26 to die for. But hopefully it will be helpful to folks. All right, so this is the 26 to die for. This is in the pink packaging. Very bright, almost fuchsia pink. Then we have the Rose d'Amalfi. I'm pretty sure this is with the Rose d'Amalfi perfume that came out in 2022. I really like this shade. I remember liking this shade. I mean, it's a really like good neutral pink. It is sort of the color of my skin, but again, you know, with a liner, it would be nice. And then last but not least will be Rose de Chine, which is that shade there. Pretty rose shade, has a little bit of peach to it. I'm gonna assume that there was a Rose de Rossi because there's the perfume, there's the three, Rose d'Amalfi, Rose de Chine, Rose de Rossi. So I'm gonna assume there's a lip that's Rose de Rossi, but I don't have it. Of the lipsticks, I can tell you that the Rose d'Amalfi is lovely. Really like that one. The other ones, not so much. All right, so those are all the satin mattes that I own. I only have 2 matte shades, which is not a huge shock. If you've watched my channel before, I'm really not into matte lipsticks. So the 2 mattes that I have are Ruby Rush and First Time. I'll be honest, I don't know how old these are. So for all I know, these have gone bad. They don't smell bad. All right, Ruby Rush is 07. So I have to believe that's one of his earlier shades. But you know, you never know. He might just not have created the numbers in the beginning. And First Time is 09. And I know that one's an older one. 07, 09. 09 First Time might have gone bad. Let's do that one first just because it's a lighter shade. Don't love the shade because it's very light pink. It's almost like ballerina pink, but it has a little bit of peach to it. I don't think it's bad yet, but I think it's going bad. Not a surprise because I don't remember when I bought them. And then 07, Ruby Rush. It's actually a pretty shade. I do not like this formula though, the matte. This is just a regular matte formula. This is not a satin matte. It's just way too dry. So I don't even know why I have these. Cause yeah, they're just way too dry. It does make my teeth look whiter, but I mean, the shade's pretty. It's just the formula. Also, I've been swatching my lips here for like an hour. So, but yeah, not my favorite. So we're going to come back. Although technically on camera right now, you're not going to notice me going anywhere. So I don't know why I just said that. And we're going to do the regular satin collection. All right, so we're going to start with the regular satin collection. Now, in the regular satin collection, there are some special packaging. So we're going to leave those to the end. And when I say special packaging, it usually had to do with perfume. Just like with the satin mattes, and these went with the rose perfumes, there are satins that go with the other perfumes. Okay, so but let's just start with the the regular numbers. Let's do it that way. And there's also the boys collection, which were the little lipsticks. They're not super tiny lipsticks. They're not the ones that are like sample lipsticks. Those are different. They're the boys lipsticks. They are still a satin formula, but there was like a whole boys collection. I think that's gone now, and you could buy the entire set for like $1,000 or something. I never bought the entire set, but I did buy some of the boys lipsticks. So we'll try those out as well, but those will be after we do the regular satins. All right, so like I said, I'm not going to do the ones that were part of a special just for the perfume, and I'm not going to do the special edition shades that I have too that don't have any numbers on them, so not even sure what numbers they'd be. All right, so let's start with number 01. Now, This is a little bit of a misnomer because it's part of the quote normal collection, but it's called Orchid Soleil. So it had this ribbed packaging, and this is like an orchid color, this pink with gold. There's another one that has ribbed packaging that's in this satin collection. It comes later. It's number 58, Velvet Orchid. And those two Soleil, like orchid shades, are my favorites. But this one I have a backup of. I bought it when it came out, so I know this does not exist anymore, but it's 01 and it's Orchid Soleil. And I guess I kind of broke the rule because this does come with this does attach to the perfume, but anyway, at least it has a number on it, so we're just gonna go with it. 01, this is Orchid Soleil. I have a backup. This is the only one I have a backup of. This is a great shade. It's like a silver lavender shade, and it's a little bit metallic. I love the shade with a liner. By itself, it looks a little, I know, like washing me out, but with a liner, it looks really nice. All right, second shade is 02, Libertine. Just the regular packaging. This one is a great neutral pink. Number 3 is going to be Casablanca. And I'm telling you that because I only have the Casablanca in the little travel size, because I bought Casablanca as one of the first shades that I bought from Tom Ford many, many years ago. And it was when the formula was different and like it went bad. In fact, I had about 20 Tom Ford lipsticks that went bad. At the time, I think they were like $40 a piece. So you can do the math about how much lipstick I threw out. Yeah, it took me a while to trust in Tom Ford again after that, I will tell you. All right, so this is 03 Casablanca. This is a great shade, one of the most popular shades I think that Tom Ford has. It's a neutral pink. It goes a little bit more rosy pink on me. With a brown liner, I think this looks fantastic. Absolutely love it. Without a brown liner, I feel like it's a little too rosy pink for me, but still, it's a great rosy pink shade. Okay, next is 04 Indian Rose. Now, this is a shade that exists in the regular Tom Ford collection for the satins, but I have it in the pink packaging with the black. Love the shade. You know what? I'm going to show you in the back of my hand Indian Rose, Casablanca, and Libertine, because these shades are similar and they're 2, 3, and 4. So I think it'll help you pick from these 3. So here, it's a tricky, right? This is Indian Rose, this is Casablanca, and this is Libertine. You can see Libertine is a little bit warmer, a little more peachy. Casablanca has a little bit more of that purpley rose. And then Indian Rose is a little lighter pink, a little bit more towards neutral. But they're similar. 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, 4. Next is Sable Smoke, one of my favorite shades. This is in 14. As you can see, Sable Smoke is a very, very beigey shade. It's like a neutral beige. It totally washes me out without a liner, so I always use it with chocolate liner, but it's a great, really neutral shade for me. In fact, it reminds me a little bit of, so here's Sable Smoke, and here's Nudiste, La Nudite 02 in the Satin Matte. So Satin Matte has a little bit more pink to it. I mean, a little bit more pink to it. And then Sable Smoke's a little bit warmer, a little more peachy. Different formulas, obviously. Next is Scarlet Rouge, number 16. This is a very different shade than the one I just used. It's like a bright orangey red. I only have it in little travel size. I don't have a full size of it because I don't wear red lipstick enough to invest in a large size. But yeah, it's a very pretty orangey, warmish red. All right, next we have 31 Twist of Fate. Kind of like a neon orange. That one smells a little funny. Like not bad, but might be going bad. If any of them are, you know, obviously bad, I will just let you guys know and throw them away, but that one I think is getting there. All right, next is 46, Something Wild. Yeah, this one definitely smells bad. Okay, that one I'm not gonna put on my lips because it smells funny, but it's pretty bright coral shade. But that one, those two I'm not sure about, especially this one. This one smells, you know how it has like Play-Doh kind of smell? I can't really quite explain, but this is number 50, So Vain, one of my favorite shades. Yeah, this one smells bad too. So this one's going on the back of my hand. Sorry guys, but I just don't want to put it on my lips if it's like a purple lavender, almost like a deep one. But yeah, that doesn't smell right. So surprised that there's not more of those so far. Okay, number 58, I think. 59. Okay, so this is Velvet Orchid. This is the other ribbed packaging with the Orchid Soleil. So I think this goes with the Velvet Orchid perfume. I've had this one for a long time. And it still smells good, but look at all that's left of it. That's it. That's the bullet all the way up. I love the shade. It smells fine, and I've had it forever. And like I said, that's all I have left. I need to look and see if there's one on like Mercari or eBay or something, because that's a shade I would definitely get again. Number 59, Velvet Orchid. It's a lavender shade. It's definitely a lavender shade, but I really like this one. I just think it's for like a cool tone look. It's perfect. Not only is this going to help all of you guys, but I'm going to be able to be like, oh yeah, I need to look on Mercari for like the ones that don't exist anymore, and then possibly buy ones that have gone bad. Okay, number 61, Open Kimono. No, smells fine. I've had this one for a while. That's why I was like, I should test it out. This one is super light pinky beige. I bet with a chocolate liner, this would be great. In fact, that's probably what I've done with it. just don't remember because again, I have too many lipsticks. All right, guys, we're coming to the end of just the regular satin lipsticks, and then we'll get into the ones that have weird numbers. Or I started saying they were associated with perfumes, but the orchids obviously are associated with perfumes, but these don't have like regular numbers. We'll call it that instead. Okay, so this one is 64 Autoerotic, and again, I only have the travel size. It's a nice shade. It's like a deeper pinky peach. It's actually really nice. Again, it washes me out as it is, but I think with liner, it'll be really nice. I need to use more of my own stuff, so when I find myself looking at new shades going, oh, that would be great with a, I need a nude liner. I'm like, no, I don't. I have it. I have all of these things. This is 66 Paper Doll. Yeah, it smells fine. Again, travel size or sample size, whatever you want to call it. This is definitely a bright, this is like a ballerina pink. This is ballerina pink. I actually really like this. It had a little bit of a metallic, like a tiny little bit of metallic, like just the littlest bit, which was going to look great with brown liner. I know I say that a lot about the brown liner, but I do love a bright pink and brown liner. Yeah, I'm an 80s girl, guys. All right. And last, number 69, Sugar Glider. If you don't own Sugar Glider and you like a cool tone pink, this one's awesome. It was out of stock for the longest time, discontinued, and then Tom Ford recently brought it back. It is similar to Velvet Orchid, so I'll show it to you next to it on my hand. Here's Velvet Orchid. Here is Sugar Glider. Sugar Glider is a little bit more like lavender, purple, whereas Velvet Orchid has a little bit more warmth to it, but they are similar shades. And since, the Velvet Orchid does not exist, when Sugar Glider came back on the market, I immediately bought it. Okay, hopefully this has mostly seemed seamless to you, although I've actually done these in different times. Next, we're gonna go look at the satins, but these have like the weird numbers, and I'll explain. So the first 4 are ones that either have no number, so they're limited edition, and I checked to see what they were because I was like, I don't have a number. Reckless and Diabolique, which were limited editions, don't have numbers. And then the other 2 have N numbers. So they're N, the letter N, and then a number. N4, Neutral Party, and N6, Pink Charade. Obviously limited edition, and I think part of like a neutral or nude collection. I think that's what this was. They don't smell bad. All right. So N4 Neutral Party is the first one. I'll put it on the back of my hand. And then N6 Pink Charade. And I'll be honest, guys, I don't remember when these came out. They smell okay. N4, N6. And then Reckless and Diabolique. These are old. You can see there's not much of this left, but it smells fine. Interesting. Okay. The ones that went bad are not necessarily the oldest ones. All right, and this is Diabolique and old. So this is Reckless. This is Diabolique. Reckless almost looks, if you guys are old like myself, there was a shade from Chanel called Metal Garnet. It's similar to that. All right, so let's do the Neutral Party first, N4. Well, this is a great shade for me, and I can't believe I haven't been wearing it. Yeah, this is gorgeous. It's Neutral Party. It's a neutral, a little bit warm, but it goes pink on me, pinky brown. Next we have N4, which is Pink Charade. This is almost like a Barbie pink. Yeah, it looks like that. I mean, if you look at it on the hand, interesting how it looks so different on the hand than it does on your lips because of the pigment in your lips. Yeah, it's like a Barbie pink. It's a cool tone pink. It's not as Barbie pink as like, you know, Barbie pink, but it's close. It's got a little bit of warmth to it. Again, brown liner. Brown liner saves everything. All right, so let's do Reckless. It does look a little bit like Metal Garnet. It's a great red. It's got a little bit of metallic to it. Right, and Diabolique. This is almost like a ruby red. It's a very pretty color. Not something I generally wear, but a very pretty color. And not an easy color to get off my lips. Okay, so I actually lied. I do have a backup of another shade. I thought the only backup I had was Orchid Soleil. I do have 2 Lost Cherries, which is interesting. I think it's because I love the perfume so much. And again, I will be talking about 3 new ones, the 2 new ones plus Lost Cherry later today, later in this video. But I do love Lost Cherry, so that's probably why. So I do have Lost Cherry. I have a backup with that. And then the other one is the Fabulous one, which goes with the Fabulous lipstick. You know what the full word name is? I can't say it. So, but let me show you the difference between the Fabulous and the Lost Cherry. So the Lost Cherry has more of a metallic, whereas the Fabulous is just more of a pink red. So I will do the Lost Cherry first. It has a little bit, like I said, a little bit of metallic in it. It's not my favorite shade, to be honest with you. I love the perfume, but the shade I'm just kind of like, But I do love the packaging, and I do love Lost Cherry. And then we'll do Fabulous. The shades are pretty similar, actually. I think you can see, like, they're not that drastically different, and neither one is my favorite. So now we're done with the entire regular satin collection, and all I have left are the boys. And I have 8 shades of the boys, and I'm gonna go in numerical order. We have what's called 1T, which I don't know what that means, but it's called Joe. I'll put all of these on my hand. I'll put them on my lips. I think that one's bad, or is going bad. 03 Henry. Yep, definitely bad. 10 Laster. I think these might all be bad, guys, so these might not be going on my lips. 14 Omar. Yep. Be a shame if they all went bad, but if they did, they're gonna go bye-bye. 54 Austin. Well, that one feels okay. That one smells okay. 59 Daniel. It's okay. 65 Eric. It's okay. And then the last one, 73 Joaquin or Joaquin. It's like a reddish. That one smells all right. So the first four guys, these four, 2, 3, 4, I'm not going to put on my lips because they smell funny. The first one, 1T Joe, is probably my favorite shade, which is really too bad. Yeah, that definitely smells bad. Okay. It's like a pinky beige. I think it's great, but again, it smells bad. Henry, which is 03, which is a really gorgeous brown, but it's like a cinnamon brown. Really love that one. Unfortunately, that's going to go away. This one is Alas Hair. Probably pronouncing it wrong. It's a deep purple. Does not smell normal. And then Omar, number 14, which is this gorgeous orange, like pumpkin metallic shade. No, maybe that one's okay. All right, let's try it. Let's see. Yeah, that smells okay. You can see on the lips, it's much different than on the hand. It's really pretty. So that's 14. This one is 54 Austin. Frosty Pink, which is actually, like I said, really nice. I know you're going to say it before I do, with a brown liner. Then we have 59 Daniel, which almost looks a little purplish. That's a really pretty shade. Like I said, it has like a little bit of a violet kind of connotation. I wonder, let's try it next to my favorite, Velvet Orchid. Similar, Velvet Orchid, a little bit lighter, but very similar. That's good to know. Next, we're going to do Joaquin, which is the, not the next up in number, it's number 73, but I want to end with Eric at number 65 so that I like the shade that I end with. It's not that this is a bad shade, it's just that it's like a metallic magenta. It's not really me. It's not a bad shade, it's just, you know, for me, it's not my favorite. And then Eric, which is number 65. Now Eric has like almost a little bit of metallic. You can see that in the shade. It's almost like a metallic rose. So these are all of the boy shades that I have. Like I said, these first three, and these two are like my favorite shades. Joe and Henry were like two of my favorite shades, which is a shame, but they definitely don't smell right. So I'm not putting those on the lips, but those are all the boy shades that I own. They all have the satin, you know, the regular formula, but some have more of a metallic, some have more of a, you know, shine, etc. Well, that's it for the video today, guys. I am still going to talk about the perfumes if you're willing to stick around, or if you don't want to stick around, again, I'll have timestamps. But those are all my Tom Ford lipsticks. It includes Balms. It does not include any of the Tom Ford lip glosses. This is just too much. I will tell you, of all of these, I am going to, quote, declutter, let's see, 6 of them because they've gone bad. And even though I don't love the lip blushes and the pink shade that they go, it's not like a foundation that's just too deep for me. Like when I did my foundation declutter, I found a lot of shades that just they weren't the right shades. I'm like, why do I still have these? So it's not like that, but yes, I will be getting rid of 6 lipsticks because they've gone bad. And, you know, I definitely have favorites in here. Casablanca is one of my favorite shades. Sable Smoke is one of my favorite shades. Sugar Gliders is one of my, there's a few, and I think I called them out while I was doing it. And obviously the Orchid ones I love, and one is, I have backup for, and the other one is so close to being gone. I'll tell you, Tom Ford used to be my favorite lipstick maker. And you might have noticed that like a lot of these shades aren't new shades. I do have some, but not a ton. And it's because other lipsticks have kind of drawn me in, and I've broadened my collection. I have a ton of Chanel. I have a ton of Chantecaille. I have Sicily. I mean, Clé de Peau. There's so many. And I'm going to do those collections as well. But I do like the Tom Ford satin formula. I think it's extremely good, but it's no longer my favorite satin formula. So I think that's why when new Tom Ford lipsticks come out, I don't run to get them because I'm kind of like, it's a good formula. It's not my favorite. So guys, hopefully the number of all lipsticks I tried will go up because I will have counted it after I actually filmed. And hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully we can all use this to go back and use it for reference, and I can do the same so I can remember which ones I got rid of and why I did. All right, so now I'm going to talk about the Tom Ford Lost Cherry perfumes. If you want to cut out here, totally get it. All right, so let's talk about Lost Cherry. So a couple things to say. Like I said, I should have in an Instagram that went up. Lost Cherry is the original scent. This, I bought this at Neiman Marcus in Florida. Boca, I think. I can't really remember right now. On a girls trip. And I was not expecting to buy it. The salesperson like sprayed it and I instantly fell in love. And the reason I love this scent so much is the almond note. Yes, it's a cherry scent. Absolutely got it. But it's the almond that goes with the cherry and the sweet creaminess of the dry down that I fell in love with. It is a exotic, expensive, creamy, comforting scent. Now, if you do not like the scent of a cherry, of any type of cherry, you're not going to like this. And Lost Cherry is actually a pretty polarizing fragrance. In fact, I'm looking something up while I'm saying this. But I do know of many people who really dislike this fragrance. Like they really hate it. So I recognize that it's not everybody's, thing. But it's described as an amber floral. I don't get amber, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of that, but it's the almond and the black cherry that I really get. When it dries down, there's tonka in here. By the way, there's vanilla. There's a whole bunch of other things. But I mostly get the almond when it dries down on me. And it's like a little bit of it's not sweet, super sweet almond. It's like a creamy almond with the black cherry. And I honestly, one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Like I can't even tell you how much of a favorite it is. It also lasts on me. Like for some people, they don't have great luck with Tom Ford fragrances. I've got a couple of friends who, when they wear Tom Ford, it just doesn't last. This stuff lasts on me until like 2 days later. So something about my body chemistry, something about me, it works really well on. And that's the thing about fragrances. Yes, makeup is personal. Don't get me wrong. I totally get that. But if you took someone that looked a lot like me with pale skin, blue eyes, and red hair, the lipstick shades and the eyeshadow shades and the blush shades would probably look as good on that person as it would on me, right? Because the coloring is the same. The perfume, however, could smell completely different because the body chemistry is different. The way you smell is different. Also, fragrance has to do with memory. So you will recall a scent and it will either bring up positive, negative, or neutral, possibly, thoughts, and that can flavor how you think of the fragrance. So for me, Lost Cherry is very much a creamy cherry. So I love it and love, love, love. And it's like a black cherry. It's not like cherry, bright cherry. Now, electric cherry, on the other hand, I don't like. Okay? Now, the reason I'm laughing is because I'm sure there's people out there who have bought it and are now like, well, Jennifer hates it. So again, highly personal, guys. Highly personal. I can dislike it and you could absolutely love it. So I always suggest, I rarely suggest blind buys when you're spending this much on a fragrance because if you don't like it, it's a lot of money to spend. So if you're going to buy it at Nordstrom because at least you can return it. Those are just my 2 cents. But at this price point, it's very expensive. It's like $390 for 50 milliliters. It's a lot. I find that I've tried other cherry scents for like example, Burning Cherry from KLE. That one's nice. It's not bad. It's just, it doesn't have the lasting power or the creamy almond that Lost Cherry does. It's much cheaper though. So then there's many other cherry scents. But again, back to electric cherry. It says it's musky, amber, balsamic. It's got cherry and ginger in it. Described as a floral fruity fragrance. There's like a pink pepper and a musky scent. All I get after an hour or two, frankly, is something a little bitter and a little bit of musk. That's all I have. Like it doesn't smell good on me after an hour. It doesn't smell bad. It just smells almost non-existent. You're like, nah. Sorry, but it's just really, it's my reaction. I'm just like, that's fine. It's not terrible, but it's certainly not like worth $400. It's just okay. Now, cherry smoke, on the other hand, this is nice. So I'm not going to say I like it better than Lost Cherry because I don't. Because Lost Cherry has that bitter black cherry, bitter almond sweetness. Like it's not super sweet. It's hard to explain. It's not super sweet. Creamy is what I always come back to. This one is like the deeper, darker, older sister. Like it's as I said in my Instagram, it's a smoky. Definitely smoky is a good way to explain it. It's described as an amber spicy fragrance, which I think is interesting. Sour cherry, saffron, leather, apricot, woody notes. That is what I get. I get a leather, woody, smoky cherry. It's like a little bit more bitter. It's definitely not creamy. It's like woody, smoky. Yeah, there's like a leather smokiness to this that is deeper, more sensual than Lost Cherry. And it lasts a really long time. And I do think it's a really nice fragrance. So if I were like today going to go out and buy and I didn't have any of these, I'd buy Lost Cherry without a question. If you like almondy, cherry, fruity, you're going to love it. I'm telling you right now, it's just gorgeous. If you like that type of scent. If you hate like a fruity almond scent, you're really going to hate this. And like I said, I know people who do. But in my opinion, of all the cherry scents that are out there, the ones that I've tried anyway, this is the most luxurious. It's the most creamy. It's the most enveloping one. And I think it's worth it. Like I really love it. I have 3 bottles of it, just in case Tom Ford suddenly decides on a whim to get rid of it, because it's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Cherry smoke, I think, could be in that realm. The opening, I love. The opening is like almost a little bit of maraschino cherry. Like, I love the smell of maraschino cherries. Like, I always have. Even as like a kid, I loved putting like 5 maraschino cherries in my 7-Up. I love the opening note, and I wish the opening note would last longer on me, actually. It's gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. It's like a maraschino cherry, kind of. It's got but like a deeper maraschino, like a rum. Oh, I know what it is. It's like a bourbon. It's like a bourbon maraschino cherry. If you've ever had one of those, like in a Manhattan, that's kind of what you get. Yeah, that scent, that smoky bourbon maraschino cherry in your Manhattan. The electric cherry, when you first spray it, actually, is quite bright. Like a bright cherry, almost like cherry gum or like cherry candy, right? It's nice. It's nice and fresh and bright cherry, like, and then it dries down, like I said, on me to something. First of all, it doesn't last as long. Not exactly sure why, but it dries down to something more acidic almost, if that makes any sense. Like it's not sweet. It dries down to something musky and a little bit acidic, which isn't a great scent for me. So it's not bad. It's not a terrible scent. It's just kind of it's kind of like just there. I wouldn't even notice it after a couple hours, to be honest. So Lost Cherry, by far my favorite. Cherry Smoke, very close second. It's a heavier fragrance. It's less sweet, less almondy, more smoky woody. And then Electric Cherry is my least favorite. Like I said, it's a very bright cherry in the beginning, and it's actually really nice in the beginning. I would like it if it stayed that way, but it doesn't stay that way on me. It doesn't have as much longevity. And it has more of that little bit of like musky. I would love to be able to identify what that scent is. Maybe ginger. And I don't like ginger. I don't like the taste of ginger. So that could be why I don't like it. But that's what I get in the dry down. So hopefully that's helpful to all of you. Like I said, it's fragrance is exceedingly personal. you might try these on yourself and get a completely different take. So this might help you in the sense that, you know, if you love Lost Cherry already, you'll probably really like Cherry Smoke because they're more similar than different. Electric Cherry, I think, is much more different than Lost Cherry. That's my take. But, you know, you might have a totally different experience because of your body chemistry. So I really would suggest these are not blind buys, in my opinion. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I don't know how long this video was, but I know it was long. And I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.